y'all, I'm Chula. Welcome back to my channel, Hooked on Houseplants, where we love our houseplants, but we do not allow them to stress us out. I hope you all are doing great today. You will be watching this video on Saturday, so if you have today off, I hope you're relaxing, spending time with family, um, getting caught up on necessary plant chores like I will be doing with you all today. I have several begonia that I need to deal with. So I decided to take you all along with me for the ride. So if you're not new to my channel, you know that I love begonia. I have quite a few, and the majority of them are cane begonia. So I'm just gonna let you in on a little secret. I've been hearing you say that, a lot of you say that for this year, 2026, you want to up your begonia game. Like you want to add more begonia to your collection. Well, just a piece of advice, because I want you to avoid possible headaches or possible stress in the near future. When you purchase a cane begonia, if they grow for you the way that they're supposed to grow for you, you're going to have a, I don't want to say a mess on your hands, but okay, just a prime example. This is a combo pot of, both of these are cane begonia. This is a combo pot of begonia lana or lana, as well as the black magic, which you can kind of see a little bit right in here. So I combined these two plants, and you know, it's okay. You know, it looks okay, but you can see what's starting to happen here. It's, you know, this begonia is starting to go crazy. Not too long ago, I upsized it and put it in this plastic food canister. It is in semi-hydro, as you can see. And I did this because the plant just kept drying out just too quickly. I had it in a glass mug, which I'm about to get into that in a minute. But if you don't have a lot of space, and I guess you could propagate the plant. I mean, me personally, I don't want to be propagating cane begonia. Like, I don't want to have more plants than what I really need to have. I don't sell plants, so to me, I don't see the point in propagating a whole lot of plants unless I'm trying to make the plant look fuller. To me, this plant really doesn't need that. But the point is, if you are looking into cane begonia, I want you to kind of look ahead, because a lot of times we just see a plant that we want. Oh, that's beautiful, I'm gonna get it. But we don't stop and think ahead. And had I really thought ahead, I don't know that I would have as many cane begonia in my collection as I have. I tend to lean towards cane begonia just because they're easier for me to take care of. But then they end up looking like this, you know? And then you have to try to figure out, well, where am I gonna put this plant? So I'm just throwing that out there for those of you who are seriously looking into purchasing more begonia. If you have the space, cool. But if you don't have a lot of space, like myself, when they start to get big like this, it can be an issue as far as what am I going to do with it. I will eventually have to just cut it back, obviously. So just something to think about. This is another one that I've had to up pot as well. This is the Begonia maculata. And I promise you, like every 2 days, I had to refill. It was also in a glass mug. And this plant will get crispy on you in a minute if it doesn't get the water that it wants. It's almost like it throws a tantrum. You will have crispy spots and the plant just won't look good. So since I've upsized it and kept the reservoir, it's easier because this will last like a week and a half, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or almost 2 weeks before I have to go back in and refill this one. So upsizing it and putting it in no drainage has really made it easier for me to maintain this particular begonia. Okay, so I just wanted to show you those two examples. So now we're going to get started on the up potting. So the begonia that I want to up pot, I'm thinking about doing another mixed pot, combining plants to just make my life easier. I have this food container, and I have these 3 begonia that I'm thinking about combining. This is the orange something, which is another cane begonia, obviously. This is the white ice that I chopped up into a whole lot of pieces because it was just all over the place. And then this one is the Fanny Moser and the other piece of the Black Magic. Another one, which is bone dry again. I mean, this one is dry literally every 2 days. And as you can see, it's starting not to look good. You see some of those lower leaves are kind of yellowing. It's because it needs more water, and sometimes I forget to refill. So I'm thinking about combining all 3 of these into this container. Now, this is another possible pitfall that you might want to avoid. Now, at the time, this seemed like a fabulous idea, you know, putting them in this glass mug, okay? But in reality, it has not been a good idea for me. And the reason why is because when I repotted this one and the other one, they both were in glass mugs like this. Well, guess what I had to end up doing to get the plant out of the mug? I had to end up breaking it. Now, I know you can go to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and get you a mug like this, but who wants to be messing up mugs? I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, who wants to be wasting mugs? Okay, I certainly don't. But in all reality, if I want to be able to take the plant out and not tear it to pieces or ruin it, I've had to break 2 of these. Okay, so if you're considering putting plants in a setup like this, you might want to once again think ahead to when the plant begins to grow and you have to take it out. Now, begonia have very thin roots, okay? Their roots are very thin, and so you can damage the roots very easily. So I really wish that I had not put these in these glass mugs, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, like they say, why cry over spilled milk? So, but going forward, I will definitely not put probably any more plants unless I'm propagating them in water in a glass vessel. Okay, so I have ran my mouth enough we need to hurry up and get started. If you have some chores that you have to do, we can do them together. Of course, I will be putting these in, whoa, the same semi-hydro setup. And I already have my leca pre-washed, and I have my pond as well. Okay, so everything, I know that is not an ant, is ready to go. So I'm going to adjust the camera so you all can see better what I'm doing. So first, I'm gonna put a layer, because these begonia are mostly in pond. So I'm gonna put a lot of leca on the bottom. I know this is gonna make too much noise and my girls are still asleep. Okay, so I have my layer of leca at the bottom. If you can't see that good, it's about right up there. And my pond. So the first plant that I'm going to take out is this combo of Fanny Moser and Black Magic. So I'm gonna see if I can get this plant out. And by the way, even though this is dry, even when I put water in it, it was still hard to get the plant out. And I can kind of see that I'm running into the same problem. I feel like if I try to keep pulling on it, I'm going to damage the plant. So, oh, okay, well that is wonderful. I was not expecting that. Okay, great. Don't have to break the mug. So this is what the root system is looking like. As you can see, the roots are very thin, okay? And that's why begonia, typically, they don't like to be messed with a whole lot because you can damage the root system. So anyway, I'm thinking about putting this one back here in this corner, like that. Or you know what, I think I'm gonna turn it the other way so that it doesn't. Okay, y'all, so I kind of feel like I got caught in a lie because I was able to get this one out easy too. I'm thinking maybe because the root system was not as extensive as the other begonia, and this one hasn't been in this setup very long, so maybe that's why I was able to get it out so easily. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna put this one in the opposite corner. Now this one I might have to cut off some of these bottom leaves. So this is kind of how I have them. Something tells me this is gonna grow out to be a hot mess, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. And if I have to prune it a whole lot to make it look better and bushier, then that's what I'll do. So this is what we got going on so far. You see how I have these two in the back corner and I have them facing outwards. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the white ice to the front. I am so happy I think this one's gonna come out easy because it hasn't been yet. See how easy? And this one is just in leca. You know what? I might have to make the substrate a little higher on this side. Let me see. This plant. So y'all, I don't know how this is gonna do. You know, this is just an experiment. These roots, some of them are coming off a little bit. See that? Doesn't smell bad. Sometimes you gotta smell stuff to see what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one down here in the front. Y'all, this gonna be looking crazy. Let me see. Well, it might be cute. What y'all think so far? I know y'all like Chula. That look like a mess. Let me see. Okay, I think I pretty much have them the way that I want them. Now, what I am gonna do, and I bet I don't, yes, I do have my scissors, great. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to, because I want it to sit deeper into the pot, I'm gonna cut off some of these lower leaves. I'm gonna cut off that one. And I think that'd be good. Okay. By the way, I know this sounds horrible, but if this doesn't make it, if this doesn't work out, I'll be okay. I'll be okay with it because this is just, these begonia, just wish I had. So needless to say, I will not be purchasing any more cane begonia. Now the only one that I do still want is the snow-capped variegated. So I do still want that one, but other than that, no, I'm good. I'm good. Now I do, but once I downsize some more, because if you saw my last video, that's what I'm really trying to do. My ultimate goal is to get below 150. So I still have quite a ways to go. But once I have downsized some more, there are a few more rhizomatous begonia and Rex begonia. Now I am not good with, I do okay with rhizomatous begonia, but Rex begonia, But I love them. I love them, but I just don't do well with them. Okay, so I think I'm gonna add, time to backfill. Hope y'all can see what I'm doing. Let me move this out of the way. I'm gonna start backfilling this. With, I'm using pond for this layer. Y'all just do not know how pleased I am that I did not have to break up those mugs. That was a pleasant surprise. Like I said, I don't know how this is gonna do, y'all. This is just an experiment. You know, I've combined plants together before, but You know, begonia, they are vigorous growers. Oops, I'm knocking off leaves, y'all. But I will not be repotting this plant ever again. So, like I said, if it starts getting wild and out of control, which it probably will, I will just prune. Which I know it'll make the plant more bushier, but you know, like what other choice do I have? Because I do like how begonia look when they trail as well. So if these kind of trail over to the side, then hey, I'll be okay with that. So I think I have it pretty much filled up. I kind of do that to got some raggedy leaves. I don't know how this orange one is gonna do, y'all. I think it's called Orange Glow, this one, because the leaves are just not looking that great. Okay, so now I'm going to add just a little bit of leca to the top, and I'm going to reuse this leca. Okay. And then another thing with plain begonia is if they start to lose their lower leaves, they start to look unattractive, in my opinion, because then you got this long, gangly stalk, you know, and all the leaves up at the top. So that's another reason why. I mean, you know, I know it's a natural process anyway, even if you do keep it well watered, it is eventually going to start to lose lower leaves. And that can be, you know, in my opinion, kind of unattractive looking. So, that's why I'm trying to, I put these as deep down as I could. Let me see. I apologize if y'all can't see that good. I'm gonna show you anyway. I'm almost done. What I have done here, which, I don't know, y'all. I think it'll work out. I think it will work out. Let's see. And if it doesn't, you know, like I said, I'll be okay with it if it doesn't. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay. I know y'all are like, "Chew, look." I know y'all are like, "Chula, that look a mess." Oh well, it's just gonna have to look a mess because that's how it's gonna stay. Let's see, let me pin this up. This is how it's gonna stay. Y'all see that? It don't look too bad. It it does not look too bad. I think once this leca is getting on my nerves. I'm trying to show y'all the plant and I keep putting it on top of the leca and it's not sitting right, but yep, this is the finished result, y'all. I think it turns out pretty good. What y'all think? Let me know down in the comments. Yeah. So see, this is 3 plants that are now combined into one. So ultimately, they will take up less space. So this is what we got, y'all. All right, so that is done. So now I'm going to repot this one. Now, this is luxurians, Begonia luxurians, and really it has not, I could keep it in here longer, but this is another one that every 2 days is dry. This one definitely, you do not want to let this one dry out. You do not. It's not going to look good at all. It's going to start to crisp up along the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and just bite the bullet and up pot it and put it in this, because I know that this one has a potential to get large pretty fast. So I'm just going to go ahead while I got some leca and stuff and up pot this one. So let me see. I'm gonna put a whole lot of leca in there because, like I said previously, leca is, y'all, I'm making a mess here. It's less expensive than pine. So that's the bottom reservoir. Now I'm gonna put in a layer of pine. Okay, so I'm gonna see if hopefully this will come out as easy as the other ones have been coming out. So let's see. I don't know about this one, y'all. Nope. This one is not budging, so I'm going to have to break this one. So I'll be right back. Okay, in case y'all are wondering how I break this up without making a mess, these are 2 bags, just grocery bags. I have them double bagged, and so I place the plant down in here like that and kind of have it supported. So then I just kind of do that. I try to only hit it once, you know, because you don't want glass all in the substrate, because that can be a mess too. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's see. Okay, that wasn't too bad at all. And I don't feel any glass. So yeah, I did pretty good with that one. Now looking at this root system, I don't know. I think I might put it in a smaller one. Yep, I was gonna put it in this one, but I think I'm gonna put it in a smaller one for right now. Okay, I thought the roots were gonna be a little bit more robust. Okay, so So add a layer of pond. So that's what it's looking like. And I'm just gonna put the plant right down in it. Make sure that's firm. That's what the roots are looking like. I don't know what's going on with this. I think this is dead. Yep. Work this one out. See? That one was dead. This piece. Okay, so I'm gonna put it down. Why is that piece of stalk like that? You know what? I'm gonna cut that off. Where are my scissors? See that piece of stalk right there? I'm just gonna cut that off. Or stem, I'm saying stalk. Let me, smells okay. You know what, there is a little bit of glass right there. So I can, yeah, just knock it off. So there was a little bit of glass on this side, but that was it. I just kind of knocked it off with this. Okay, so we should be good. So I'm just sitting it down in the pot like that. I'm gonna keep this stake in here. And you know what? I'm not even gonna try to reuse that. I'm gonna take from here. So I'm just starting to backfill. Hope y'all can see. Hey, repotting plants can get messy. Oops, y'all, look, I broke this. This is broken right here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and cut it off. See, it was broke. But you see how the ends of that is looking? Yeah, this plant will crisp up on you like some cornflakes or fried chicken, however you want to say it. Okay, this is not, this steak. Guess I don't need this Velcro anymore, so I'm gonna take that off. I think this steak will not go down further. I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just add more leca to the top. I'm really trying to cut down on the length of my videos, y'all, because I feel like they be too long, like every single time. Okay, so this one is done. This is what it's looking like. I think it looks pretty darn good, if I may say so myself. I just ordered these off Amazon. It was a set of 4. And I'll let you know the price if you're interested. I'll put it on the screen. I can't remember, but they weren't that expensive. And a good thing about them is you can see through them. So you're able to, you know, see how the roots are doing. And then you can just buy you a cute little cover pot, you know. So that one is done. This is the Begonia Luxurians. Okay, so on to the next one. Another begonia, y'all. This is my snow-capped begonia. And look at this thing. I just got this begonia not too long ago, and it's all ready. Same situation, drying out every 2 days. And it just needs to be up potted. I bet I'm gonna have to break this one too, because these roots, you can see how those roots are just tight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to break this one, y'all. So hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so this is what the roots of this one is looking like. This is the snow cap. So I'm gonna also, what do I wanna do here? Do I wanna put it in this one? No. I think I'm gonna put it in this one. Okay, so same thing we've been doing. Bottom layer of leather. I do think I'm going to add a stake to this one. It's good to kind of put it down in there because as you can see, it can get difficult trying to put it in after you've added everything else. Okay, so a layer of pond. So that's what it looks like. Then I'm just going to add the plant on top. Well, this stake is not going to do much good where I put it. I do want it to trail. Let me see. Okay, I was able to get it down in there. Okay, so she's in. So I'm going to backfill with a little bit more pond. Y'all, hope these plants do okay. I don't feel like I over manipulated the roots at all. I don't feel like I did. I just kind of just took it out and plopped it back in, or put it back in its new setup, or put it in its new setup. I can't talk, y'all. So I don't feel like I did a whole lot of damage to the roots. So the whole purpose of this is to, y'all, my stuff is almost gone. I still got 2 more plants that I wanted to repot. I may not be able to. It's just to be able to give myself a little bit more time between waterings, you know, to put the plant up in a setting, a semi-hydro setting that will, you know, give it more time without drying out so quick. Okay. So that one is done. I need to find some clips. I know I got some around here somewhere. But this is the snow caps begonia. So I was able to get the stake in there. So I am going to kind of stake it up. But this is what it looks like. And I actually like how it trails in the front. I think that's really pretty. So yeah, the one that I was speaking of that I still want, even though it's a cane begonia, is the variegated version of this one. Okay, so that one is done. I also need to repot up these 2, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough materials. I need to repot this variegated Billietier. Y'all, look at them roots. Now, I probably could leave it in here longer, but I just feel like the longer I leave it in here, the more difficult it's going to be to get the roots You see how they've grown, of course, in between these slits on this pot. So yeah, I need to up pot this one, as well as this is a bottom portion of my Monstera Albo. Why do I got so many Monsteras, y'all? Remember the big Monstera Albo that I chopped up? Well, this was an offshoot of that one. And you can see those roots are just like, so I just was gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and repot it. I will be putting it in no drainage. You know what, I do have some more leca, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough pond. Let me see. I guess I could put a lot of leca on the bottom. Let me see. Or do I want to, do I want to put it in this one? No. I'll put it in this one. I am going to have to wash some more pond. Okay, so let me see if, and I need a stake for this one too. Let me go see if I can find a stake, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so I was able to find this little bamboo stake. So let's see if I can get this one out without, oh my goodness, I think it's gonna come out, y'all. Let me see. Well, it did move a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to break this one too. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, so here we go. This is what the roots look like. They look really good. This one's a little bit damaged at the end. But they look good. So I'm gonna put this one in like this so that this part of the plant can get the support from that stake. Okay, I am low on pine. Yeah, going forward, if at all possible, I would just be, like if I'm propagating a plant in water, if I decide to put it in semi-hydro, it will be in just leca. I don't know how to reposition this. Okay, yep. That's what I will be doing going forward. Okay. So I'm gonna add some more leca. Oh, y'all, I feel like this video was just all over the place. This is why, I don't know, I do prefer to do repotting off camera, but I know that I have to also do what you all want to see. And so I know a lot of you have expressed the desire to see me repot. Okay, so here we go. This is done. I was able to tuck this aerial root is gonna grow down nicely into the mixture. This one's growing down in there. So I think it's gonna do very well. You can already see where the roots end. So yeah, I think this one is gonna do good. Okay, so this one I'm going to wait on because this video is already almost an hour. But I'm happy because I feel like we were able to get a lot done together. And I hope you were able to get a lot done as well. So this is what we did. We up potted the Begonia luxurians, and I have to prepare some nutrient water, but I'm going to probably put it about right in there up to this level, because I think the roots, I want to put it right below the roots. So probably about right there. And then we did this snow-capped begonia together as well. So that's that one. I still have to get some clips to kind of stake this up so it doesn't flop so much to the side, but I like how this trails in the front, so I'm going to leave this like that. And then we did the Monstera Albo. And the last one, y'all, excuse me. Yay, so we got a lot done. I feel good. I feel good that I was able to get those things out of the way with you all. So if you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, I know it was kind of all over the place. I apologize. I try to make it as smooth as I could, but this is real. And a lot of times I guess we need to see what repotting and all that is really about. So if you enjoyed this content, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Also check me out on my other platforms, TikTok as well as Instagram. The links are in my profile. And yeah, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you all so much for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate you. Let me know down in the comments how y'all are feeling about spring. Spring is almost here, y'all. Are y'all having a lot of repotting to do? I know a lot of people choose to wait for spring to repot. I'm not one of those people. I mean, if the plant needs to be repotted, whether it's winter, fall, whatever, I'm going to go ahead and do it. But I know some people choose to wait. So let me know down in the comments if you have a lot of repotting to do. Do you wait until spring to do your repotting, or do you just do it when it's needed? I would love to know. Also remember too, for those who are looking to get into begonia, remember that cane begonia, y'all see this over here? They can get kind of wild and crazy with their growth. So if you don't want to be constantly propagating and putting the propagations back in the pot, if you don't want to be doing all that, or you may not mind, you may be able to give away your propagations or whatever. But just think about that. Remember that cane begonia, their growth can get crazy. And also remember these glass mugs. Rethink it before you put your plants in glass. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but you saw I had to break, I think 2 vessels I had to break because I couldn't get the plant out. I didn't want to damage the plant. So just keep all of that in mind going forward. All right? Okay, y'all, take care. And until the next time, hooked on houseplants, y'all. Bye. Mwah.